Ontario, we have a problem. And no, it's not the weather, it's not the Leafs, and it's definitely not immigrants buying up all the homes. It's bureaucracy, red tape, bloated costs, NIMBYism, and policy gridlock. And because of it, we can't build homes. We need 1.5 million homes. We're barely putting up 100,000 a year. And what happens when we can't build fast enough? Prices don't come down. Pressure builds. The dream of homeownership gets crushed. Welcome back to the Wise Old Owl Show. I'm Vince Gaetano, where we don't do spin. We do truth. We do data, and we do it with a touch of fire. Let's start with the approval process. Want to build a single-family home? You'd better be patient. It can take 2, 3, sometimes 5 years to get an approval. 5 years in a housing emergency. By the time a developer clears the red tape, markets have shifted, costs have risen, and the land is worth less than the headaches that came with it. According to a recent panel discussion on TVO's The Agenda, Ontario is now the most difficult jurisdiction in North America to build housing. Worse than California. Let that sink in. You've got municipalities interpreting provincial mandates differently across the province. You've got endless zoning committees, community reviews, appeals processes. And while all this is happening, nothing's getting built. Let's talk about the development charges for a minute. In some Ontario cities, we're seeing fees of $100,000 to $150,000 per unit just in development charges. That's before a shovel hits the dirt. You want a driveway, a sewer line, maybe some lighting? Better bring a suitcase of cash. These costs don't just hit the developer. They're passed on to you, the home buyer, which means you're financing bloated government inefficiency over a 25-year or 30-year amortization. Even if you do clear the paperwork, good luck finding workers. We have a generational shortage of skilled trades. The average age of a plumber, a framer, electrician, it's nearly 55 years old. Try building at scale that we need when the guys swinging the hammers are one bad back away from retirement. We didn't build apprenticeship pipelines. We cut shop classes. And now we're surprised that projects are delayed, they're over budget, and abandoned before completion. But next up, let's talk about infrastructure. You can't build homes where roads, sewers, and transit don't exist. And guess what? Most greenfield land around GTA cities has zero infrastructure, zero. Who pays for it? Developers? Municipalities? The province? Nobody can agree. So nothing happens. We've got land, but it's landlocked, politically and literally. And finally, the elephant in the room, NIMBYism. Not in my backyard, people. You've got folks who bought in the 90s when homes were 230 grand, now sitting on $1.5 million in equity, blocking every single development application in their city. New duplex? No thanks, ruins the character of the neighborhood. Townhomes? No thanks, brings in too many renters. Transit-oriented development? Might block my view. Meanwhile, their kids can't afford to buy down the street. It's the very same people who complain about problems that are holding up the solution. Here's the hard truth. This housing shortage is man-made. It's not always about immigration. It's not just about interest rates. It's systemic failure by every level of government. CMHC says we need 5.8 million new homes by 2030. At the current pace, we'll miss that by 3.5 million. If that doesn't concern you, you're not paying attention. And if you're a homeowner, this affects your resale value. If you're a first-time buyer, it prices you out. If you're a policymaker, get your shit together or expect to get thrown out of office. If you've made it this far, thank you. You're part of the solution. You're not looking for clickbait. You're looking for truth. And I'm going to keep bringing it. So here's what you do. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Please do me that favor. Subscribe to the Wise Old Owl Show and drop a comment. What's the biggest housing obstacle in your city? What's slowing things down? Because here, we're not just talking about the problem, we're lighting a fire under it. I'm Vince Gaetano of OwlMortgage.ca. Thanks for listening, and remember, the Wise Old Owl is here to help you navigate through the noise and provide insight to the financial chaos in the current economic environment. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and together, let's chart a path to financial stability. Cheers.